What's going on, guys? It's Lost Souls. So one thing I want to start doing with the channel is whenever I build a team, I want to kind of go through the whole process of the team building. Just a little something to throw out videos that I think people may find interesting, whether it's learning new ways of team building or um, just learning how to team build. So the way I build my teams is I select a Pokemon. In this current format. We're allowed to have one restricted, how do you spell restricted Pokemon box legendaries. So this would be like Mewtwo, Kyogre, Xerneas, Calyrex, etc. No Dynamax mons, which I think honestly makes the format 100 times better, to be honest. Not having to worry about the Dynamax. So when I'm choosing a Pokemon for this format, so when I first build my teams, I like to choose a Pokemon or a core. So some individual Pokemon you could look at are like Rayquaza, Weavile, Dragapult, Galarian Moltres, pretty much anything. And then cores, you could look at Sun, Groudon, Torkoal, Ninetales, Venusaur, Charizard, Rain, Kyogre, Pelipper, Politoed, Ludicolo, Kingdra, Sand, Tyranitar, Gigalith, Hippo, wow, I don't know how to spell it, Excadrill, Dracovish, Dracozolt, Snow, I don't even know how to, you can run Trick Room, Mimikyu, Porygon, Dusclops, Taka. So you have different cores, different individual Pokemon that you can kind of select. For us, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the restricted Pokemon for us. These are going to be like Mewtwo, Ho-Oh, Lugia, Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, Zekrom, Reshiram, Kyurem, Xerneas, Yveltal, Zygarde, Lunala, Solgaleo, Necrozma, then Zacian, Zamazenta, Eternatus, Calyrex. So these are the Pokemon that you can choose from. For us, we're actually going to go with Giratina. Why did I choose Giratina? Well, I like Giratina just simply because Giratina, Pokemon Platinum was like my first Pokemon game that I ever beaten, and it's just my favorite Pokemon. And so it's a Ghost and Dragon type, which means, so first off, let's look at the ability. So the standard form has telepathy and pressure, and its origin form has levitate, which gives it a ground immunity. So basically it's immune to ground, fighting, and normal types, which is pretty good. Fighting is a pretty powerful type, and so is ground. Really good offensively, excuse me. And so, and you will see some normal types around. Now, like Pokemon that do like 50% of damage. I have them on my phone, that all the details of what each Pokemon, like how much damage each Pokemon does. So I'm on Pokemon database, is where I usually go. So fire, water, electric, grass, poison, and bug do about 50%. Types that do 100% basically that are neither resistance nor effective are going to be like flying, psychic, rock, and steel. And types that are super effective are going to be ice, ghost, dragon, dark, and fairy. So basically, what we want to be able to do pretty much is build a team pretty much to support Giratina. One of the biggest Pokemon that's going to affect Giratina is Calyrex Shadow. This is the biggest one. Like, we can deal with Zacian, even Xerneas, but Xerneas will be a problem, but we'll deal with that when we get to it. But Zacian and Calyrex Shadow. You even have like Dragapult. Then you even have like Urshifu, but not so much Urshifu, more so like Calyrex Shadow, Dragapult. Yeah, I guess Urshifu could be a bit of a threat. Pretty much anything that's like a ghost type. So I'm actually about to see what are some popular ghost types. So like Gengar, Aegislash, Lunala. So pretty much Pokemon like Lunala and Calyrex, who are psychic and a ghost, they have a 4 times weakness to dark types and a 4 times weakness to ghost types. So it just so happens Giratina happens to have Shadow Ball, and so but still, you're gonna wanna there are gonna be times you're gonna need to just simply switch in and or like somehow protect your Pokemon. And so the next Pokemon I came up with is Kangaskhan, I think that's how you spell it. It's actually a pure normal type, which means so it's completely immune to ghost types. Ghost types can't hit it, and normal moves can't hit ghost. So it's kind of like the opposite of Giratina. Now, as far as Kangaskhan's abilities, it has 3 of them. The first one is Early Bird, which I don't know exactly how that works. So I know in Pokemon VGC, like now, let's see, I'm about to pull it up. So I know that in nowadays you have a maximum of 3 sleep turns, and Early Bird cuts the time in half. The question is do you wake up after 1 turn of sleep guaranteed, or how does that go? Or are you guaranteed to wake up at least on the 2nd turn? I don't know, but I'm not too worried about sleep or anything. Then you got Scrappy, which normal types and fighting types can hit Ghost on Kangaskhan. And then you have Inner Focus, which is immune to Fake Out and Intimidate. Plus, Scrappy prevents Intimidate. We're actually going to go with Scrappy. Can hit with fighting and normal moves. This is going to help us the most because of like Fake Out pressure. The only thing that actually hits Kangaskhan is fighting, which so happens to be both the immunities to Giratina. So right now, Kangaskhan can basically switch in for Giratina, and generally anything that's super effective to Kangaskhan can switch in to Giratina and not take no damage. So that's something to keep into account. I would put the rest of the types that for Kangaskhan, but it makes no sense because that's the only thing that's really affects him. The next type the next Pokemon we're going to put in is Togekiss. Togekiss is a flying and a fairy type. Just like Kangaskhan, it has 3 abilities: Super Luck, Serene Grace, Hustle, So Hustle, it boosts your physical attack by 50%, um, but decreases your accuracy to only 80%. Serene Grace, this is pretty good if you like running more offensive, like fast. Togekiss, basically double your move's secondary effect. So like Air Slash, instead of a 30% chance to make your foe flinch, it's a 60% chance. Not bad, but I like Super Luck where it raises your critical hit. It increases your chances for a critical hit. Togekiss has two immunities: immunity to ground because it's a flying type, and an immunity to dragon because it's a fairy type, which is ideal because this is another weakness. Sorry, guys. This is another weakness that Giratina actually has. And so being able to switch into Togekiss at any point, is always ideal. So let's go ahead and take a look at the type. So Togekiss actually resists both bug and fighting types, which is really good. So again, it can be switched into a fighting type, no problem. Then grass and dark only do 50% as well. So this is again another weakness that Giratina has that Togekiss is able to. Now, as far as like normal damage, we got the normal, fire, water, flying, psychic, ghost, and fairy. And then the attacks that are super effective are electric, ice, poison, rock, and steel. Giratina, it'll resist the electric and the poison that it, leaving just the rock and the ice, And so, but overall, Togekiss is great. Plus, it has great follow me support, so it can redirection. And so, next we have Lucario, and the reason why I like Lucario is because he does have great typing, with his only weaknesses being fighting, ground, and fire. So this is a fighting steel type. And just like with the rest, he has three. He has Justified, Steadfast, Inner Focus. Justified is great because if you get hit by a dark move, your attack stat goes up, and so as a common combo is like Weavile, Dragapult, or Whimsicott beat up on Lucario, ultimate attack, but we're not actually running that. Steadfast, if you flinch, you gain a +1 in your speed. We're going to go with Inner Focus because it prevents Intimidate and you can't be flinched, which is really big in today's metagame. As far as its type coverage, we'll go ahead and pull that up. Alright, so what's nice is it covers Togekiss's weakness to poison, because Lucario is completely immune to it. It resists both bug and rock types by 25%, so this is another Pokemon that covers Togekiss's weakness. It resists grass and ice, which is good for like Giratina, dragon, which is good for Giratina, dark, which is good for Giratina, and steel, which is good for Togekiss. It's hit normally by water, electric, flying, psychic, ghost, and fairy. And what's nice is normally all these types that would hit the fighting types are being resisted because of the steel typing. And then it's only weak to fire, fighting, and ground. And so Togekiss and Giratina, mainly Giratina, covers these weaknesses. Overall, it feels like the team so far has really good synergy. So we've already come up with 4 of the Pokemon, so we're going to come down here. We have Giratina, Origin, Kangaskhan, Togekiss, and Lucario. And this is a team we're building completely from scratch. No moves or items have been set, just Pokemon and abilities. Next, we're going to want to choose our next Pokemon. Let's see. Our next Pokemon is going to be, I think, the thing that'll help this team would be speed control. So I think Whimsicott would be great. We got to be careful because it is a fairy type and grass, so it's another weakness to poison, but it does resist the ground typing. Whimsicott, let's see, let me pull it up on Pokemon database. So it has Prankster, Infiltrator, and Chlorophyll. We're not running Sun or Infiltrator, so we're going to run Prankster, which boosts status moves priority +1. So like Tailwind, Taunt, everything that's non-damaging will gain a +1 priority. So let's go ahead and take a look at its coverage. So it's only like immunity is to dragon types, which is really good because Giratina. Next is going to be its resistance. It resists water, electric, grass, fighting, ground, and dark. It's damaged normally by normal, psychic, bug, rock, ghost, and fairy, and it's damaged by fire, ice, flying, steel, and it's super weak against poison types. So looking through everything, it honestly feels like our best type to use right now is going to be like a steel and honestly a fire. So this is like 4 times resistance to fairy, which is good for Giratina. Resist fire, and so let's take a look at the type chart to see what kind of fire and steel types there are. Let's see. Dual type chart. So there's only one fire and steel type. Let's see who that is. So it is Heatran, and Heatran actually has the ability of Flash Fire, which removes its fire weakness. Its fire weakness. Only problem is it's 4 times weakness to ground. But so we got Heatran which is fire and steel, and the ability is Flash Fire. So it's immune to both fire and poison. It resists by 25% grass, ice, bug, steel, and fairy, and by 50% it resists normal, flying, psychic, and dragons. It's damaged normally only by electric, rock, ghost, and dark. It's weak to water and fighting, and super weak to ground. So this is pretty much what we have. So I have no idea what items we're going to put or have any idea what the moves are, but this is what we have right now. We completely built the team from scratch, and you really didn't even need a computer. You just needed a little bit of knowledge of of Pokemon and abilities and stuff. And it was nice. Like, we didn't even need an emulator or a game. All you needed really was the internet. If there were some things you didn't know. And honestly, this team feels good. But this is the first part of the team building. Like, sometimes it can take a month. take a week. Sometimes you may get lucky, get a team in a day, but chances are if you build a team in a day, it's not that great. But there are going to be changes to this team. No matter what team you build or play with, you always make changes. That's just how it's always been, how it'll always be. It's called a rough draft. You don't turn your rough draft in as your final paper to get that final grade. No, it's a guideline, and you edit and make proper changes, and then when it's time to for the real thing, you're prepared and everything. So hope you guys like today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this style of video where we're on the notes, simply just going through information. And for the next video, we will be on Showdown, going and importing these and work selecting moves and stuff. As far as a damage calculator, I don't know if I will do a bunch of video of that, but I might. So I'll let you guys know how we'll do that. So, alright guys, make sure to leave a like, drop a comment below, and subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.